Woke feminists hate James Gunn's Superman movie. Good. I'm glad to hear it.
What do we also, he continues to have a real ick factor when it comes to women. I mean, Lois is amazing, which we'll talk about. There are good female characters here, but there's some really bad stuff with women as well. There are multiple issues regarding the treatment of female characters that we'll go into depth a little bit in the spoiler review so I can really make my point. It's not overt, but it's there.
It's not overt, so she had to look for it. It's not overt, so she had to look for it. Okay, Grace Randolph hates the Superman movie. She says it treats women like garbage. If that's not a glowing endorsement enough for you to go see the movie, I don't know what is. Okay, the little psycho Grace Randolph, like, yes. Like, she says yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Holy cow.
Yeah, which actually in some ways makes it even more insidious. Because, like,
Because the anti-woman, I don't even remember what the word is anymore. But the misogyny is so subtle that because the misogyny is subtle, that actually makes it worse. What? The gymnastics these people go through. The gymnastics these people go through in their head to make this all make sense just absolutely boggles my mind. You're hearing an echo on it? All right, let me look. That's probably something else I got to fix in my audio. Hold on. Let me see where it's doubling through here. Hold on. All right, hold on. Let me play it for a second. What was that? Sparkles! Oh, what's up, Miss Sparkles? Says, I dislike her face. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you, Miss Sparkles. Good to see you. Good to see you, Miss Sparkles. Let me see here. Let me see if I can figure out where we're doubling at. Here, let me look at my audio here real quick. All right.
Elements of how men are treating and reacting to women in the film here, some men.
It's coming through my soundboard. They're
based on how some things that happen in real life. You know, like they're true. But I wish.
Okay, let's go back and see what this crazy woman was talking about. There we go. We got the echo problem fixed now. I'm all for the misogyny, says Miss Sparkles. Nice. Grace is mad she can't see Superman's dick through his shorts. I know, right? I know. Same thing with what's-his-face as well. Oh, my God. Griffin's like, the women of this movie look really attractive. There's no nose ring, so ew. Must have nothing but ugly, fat, blue-haired they-thems. Sure, Grace. Sure. There you go. Nice, Miss Sparkles. I watched Superman last night. There you go. Yeah, We're going to go see it next weekend. We're going to go see it next weekend because we got con this weekend, so I just can't swing it with the kids and everything else. So we're going to go see Mrs. Common Nerd and I will go see it next weekend.
Reacting to women in the film here, some men. These elements of how men are treating and reacting to women in the film here, some men.
This woman is
they're based on how some things that happen in real life. You know, like
some men. Like what men are you talking about? She's not trying to give spoilers, but like what men? I don't know. Like Lex Luthor, the villain. The villain? You don't expect the villain to be a little misogynistic? Like, you don't expect him to be a little, I don't know, evil? A bad guy? I don't know, Grace. I'm confused, Grace.
They're true. But I wish they were in this film to say how wrong these things are. Like, don't do it. But instead, because the film has such a light comedic touch, and these men doing these things to these women is more often than not presented for comedic effect, for laughs, it makes it seem like Gunn is validating that behavior.
Oh, the jokes at the expense of women aren't fair. The jokes at the expense of women aren't fair. We can't make fun of women. What are you doing, you misogynist? James Gunn, why do you hate women? This is exactly what... Talk about a woman that, like, can't take a joke and probably hasn't gotten dick in a decade. Like, her vibrator's seen more action than her bedroom. Like, let's be fucking honest here, okay? Like, holy cow. Like, Jesus. Talk about not being able to take a joke. What do you want to bet Grace Randolph's single? Does anybody want to just throw out a general... I'm just guessing here. Just based on a general assumption that Grace Randolph is most likely single. No, I'm sorry, Miss Sparkles. That may or may not happen. I really hope Superman does beat it because I would like to see that as well. I just need Jurassic World to do better than Superman so I don't lose a bet and wear my maid outfit. That will be hilarious. Why is she like this? Because this is Grace Randolph. This is the epitome of liberal feminism in movie reviewing. This is literally that chick. I'm sold on that hateful rant alone, Grace. Right? That's what I'm saying, Toback. That's what I'm saying.
Like he's saying it.
You make me more, Grace. You make me more excited for this movie. I didn't think I was going to be able to get any more excited for this movie. I didn't think my desk was going to be able to raise any higher, Grace. But with your bashing and telling me how misogynistic this movie is, I mean, we've raised my desk by at least 6 inches. Normally, it only comes up 3 inches off the ground, but it's raised by at least 6 inches, Grace Randolph, and I cannot thank you enough for that. Thank you, Grace, so much. I am so excited to go see this movie now. I cannot wait. And is anybody else as excited as I am?
It's okay, it's not that big a deal. When I think it is a really big deal.
Of course you do, Grace. Of course it's a really big deal to you because you have literally cut your teeth. You have cut your entire identity on being this feminist, crazy person out there with not so great takes on movies a lot of time. You're the one that has to see dragons in every corner that has to be slayed. You're the one that has to look for a problem when none exists. It's a joke, Grace. Try to learn to take one.
I suspect this could hurt him with female critics and moviegoers. Some of the early...
it's going to hurt him with the female critics and the early movie reviewers. Exactly when did any of their opinions matter when it comes to your box office? Okay? The box office doesn't give a crap about what Grace Randolph and all her garbage idiot friends think. Okay? Because I can give you a million examples of movies that the critics have hated, that have gone on to be extremely successful at the box office and even spurn franchises. I mean, most of the early superhero movies from Marvel back in the times when it was good got crapped all over by the critics. And guess what? Those movies made blockbuster after blockbuster after blockbuster. So good, Grace. I hope you and the rest of your feminist movie reviewers with your giant sticks so far up your butt, people are starting to think you're a tree. I literally hope you all hate this movie. I hope you all despise James Gunn after this. Because you only make me want to see this movie even more. Because just like we have had to reiterate to Hollywood over and over and over again, your opinions don't matter. The fans decide. And guess what, Grace? Even though Superman may be misogynistic, it's still going to do really good at the box office.
Criticism that has leaked out has been from female critics, it has seemed, and I'm not surprised. I saw that public statement, and I heard from another female critic indirectly, but that they had problems with some elements.
A bunch of female critics that are either access media or work for some legacy institution. Oh, color us shocked there. They didn't like it either. And honestly, if you've been on social media, these things have been nowhere. Nobody sees this. I mean, literally, the one that went around that she's talking about is a Daily Beast article, okay? This is from the same Daily Beast reporter that said Captain America Brave New World was going to save the MCU. Yeah. Exactly how well did that work out? So needless to say, this is why it's fun to make fun of these people. They should be ridiculed and mocked because the one thing the devil hates the most is to be mocked. And guess what? It's also why their opinions don't matter anymore and will not affect the Superman box office, because you know what does affect the Superman box office? The audience score. And if you go on Rotten Tomatoes right now, it is crushing it. And unless things have changed, it has the highest audience score of any Superman movie in history. So put that in your pipe and smoke it, Grace Randolph. Enjoy your approved critics review on Rotten Tomatoes.
The movie, and I think it bled over into how they viewed the movie as a whole. I mean, especially if you're not a
Oh, so they couldn't be objective and base their review on the merits of the movie. No, they had to hyper focus on barely noticeable misogyny that's probably not actually there and was not intended in any way, shape, or form. But because you people have to trace dragons in absolutely everything, color us shocked there. You all hyper focused on it, just like you've hyper focused on politics and your agenda in every single bit of media and reviewing and television shows and everything else you've talked about. And guess what? It has failed, and it has cost you everything. You've lost your credibility. You've lost billions of dollars. Not like you had much credibility to begin with. And guess what? Even the mainstream, the general audience out there, not the super hyper focused nerds and geeks like the people that hang out in my chat and the people like me, right? And much better, greater content creators out there that are much larger than I am. Yeah, that's why we're all going to that's why we have replaced you, right? Because time and time again, you have shown us that you cannot be objective, that your agenda and your talking points will always bleed through. And you're admitting it right here, Grace Randolph, that you and your friends cannot be objective to review anything. You have to see it through your own slanted, tinted worldview. And how has that worked out for you so far?
Comic book fan, I could see women, critics and moviegoers just really the movie just rubbing them the wrong way because of that.
Really? Comic book fans are going to be, male or female, are going to be rubbed the wrong way by a couple of jokes that you claim are misogyny? Grace Randolph, have you ever read a comic book? Have you ever met a comic book fan? Ever? You have no idea what you're talking about. All I have heard is that if you're a comic book fan and you really love the comic medium, you're going to love this movie because this is unapologetically a comic book movie. And just like the rest of Hollywood, Grace Randolph, you don't understand us. You don't understand nerds. You don't understand geeks. You don't understand superhero fans. You don't understand fantasy fans. You don't understand sci-fi fans. You have never understood us, but you have always thought you were our betters. You thought you could talk down to us. You thought you could educate us to your liberated mind of thinking. You're such awakened to the reality of the world. You're not awakened to shit other than literally having to see a problem in absolutely everything. It's literally like that. What do they call that nonsense? The microaggressions. You don't realize you're doing it, but society has culturally taught you to be like that, and it's offensive to someone out there in the world. So you have to change because that one person out there is offended. Well, eat my beautiful behind, Grace Randolph, as well as the rest of you and the rest of your psychopaths out there with your BS agenda.
I love comic books, so I enjoyed them.
You're a liar. You're a liar. If you say that you love comic books and you think this movie is going to rub comic book fans because of misogyny, you're a bold-faced liar. I guarantee if Grace Randolph does own a single comic book, and maybe she does, I guarantee you her favorite stories are all post-2000. Mark my words, boys and girls. And any of you actual comic book fans out there know exactly what I mean by that.
Movie so much overall that, again, I was able to will my way past it. And it also...
Oh, I had to will my way past. I'm such a big comic book fan, but I had to will myself past all this misogyny in order to properly be able to enjoy the movie. I had to put it out of my mind. What is this? Your dead dog? Did your dog just die last week? Are you mourning the loss of a family member? Did your girlfriend or boyfriend just break up with you? I had to put these very subtle, which make it even worse, subtle misogyny out of my mind so I can enjoy the video, so I can enjoy the movie. What? Ugh.
Help that Lois Lane is such a great character. It's weird that Gunn can create such an amazing Lois Lane and yet have these other issues, still have them.
Oh, I know. It's such a strange concept that certain characters, even though they happen to have a vagina, okay, that they also can be different, that they also can be butts of the joke, that they can also be treated differently, that maybe that's part of their character. Maybe that's part of their development. Maybe maybe Lois Lane has always been a strong, confident female character as part of her character. So what are you talking about here? So I know it's crazy concept that one female character, I know, strange concept, Grace, strange concept. And stop me if anybody out there has heard this one. But not every female character needs to be a strong wham and power boss girl. Not every single one of them has to be that. Some of them can be treated like humans and made fun of and talked about. I know, strange concept in the Grace Randolph world.
Doesn't ruin the movie for me, but I really wish the elements weren't there.
Well, it doesn't ruin the movie for me, but it's going to ruin it for so many other people. It's going to ruin it for everybody else. Didn't ruin it for me. I still loved it. James Gunn, I still want to get in your bed. I still loved it. But it could ruin it for other people. And so next time, James Gunn, you should think about what you did. And maybe you shouldn't do it anymore. Fuck you, Grace. I'm really trying not to cuss in my videos anymore. I'm really not. I'm really trying to be a good Christian when it comes to all this stuff. But my God, the arrogance, the absolute arrogance, the talking down, the ego that she is so much more superior. She will educate you, James Gunn. She will tell you how to make movies. She will tell you, comrade. She will tell you how to make movies. I promise you, she will do it. Oh, she will tell you all about the misogyny. She will re-educate you. And if you don't get re-educated, comrade, that's okay too. There is always the wall. There's always the wall, comrade.
I mean, that's why I chose to still mention them, because it's unfortunate.
That's why I chose to, even though I love the movie, I had to mention it because it's just so unfortunate that a movie I seemingly loved, I just had to get past all of the very subtle misogyny in jokes. Grace Randolph, you're a hack, you're an idiot, and the only thing you have any idea on whatsoever is how to push a political agenda and see it through that own personal lens. There's a reason why you and the rest of the legacy media out there are getting replaced. There's a reason why idiots like me on YouTube continue to grow and continue to find more fans and bigger fan base and continue to go out here and grow bigger every single day while people like you continue to go stagnant and become failure. Guess what? Grace Randolph and the rest of all your friends out there that see all this alleged misogyny, your opinions have not, will not, and will never, ever, ever again affect the box office of any movie. And I, for one, am so more excited to see the Superman movie. Grace Randolph, thank you for your review. Thank you for letting me know I am in for some really awesome misogynistic jokes that make fun of females just like we make fun of males, just like we make male characters the butt of the jokes. Guess what? We're going to make female characters the butt of the jokes as well. And guess what? That's real equality. That's real balancing the scales out there, because guess what? The one group you can't make fun of is the one that's the protected class with all the power. Now, the real question is, Grace, are you interested in an equal level playing field, or are you interested in power and control? Considering the ideas behind all of the rest of the political correctness ideology out there, I think we all know the answer to that. And guess what, Grace Randolph? You guys are going to lose this fight just like you did all of the rest of them. Wokeness has lost. This feminazi BS is over, and Superman is going to do great at the box office. The fans already love it, and Grace Randolph is nothing more than a dinosaur that will be forgotten, unlike the Superman movie. Bye-bye, Grace. Enjoy your irrelevance.